And thank you so much for joining us. Property tax relief may be on the way for Texans. Today, Texas legislative leaders announced an agreement to deliver $18 billion cut in property taxes. KLTV7's Mariela Gonzalez shares what it all includes.
After months of legislative wrangling, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and House Speaker Dade Phelan says the Senate and House have come to a deal. So, what does this exactly mean for property owners? The tax cut includes $12 billion going towards reducing school property tax rate for all homeowners and business properties. Homesteaders will receive a $100,000 exemption, which was estimated to affect 5.7 million homeowners. Non-homesteaded properties valued $5 million and under will receive a 20% circuit breaker on appraised values as a 3-year pilot project. In addition, savings on franchise tax for small businesses and create newly elected positions on local appraisement boards. The Senate and House are to file legislation today, with hopes of passing the omnibus property tax relief bill and the franchise tax relief bill later in the week. Mariela Gonzalez, KLTV 7 News.
Governor Greg Abbott releasing a statement this afternoon saying he's happy with today's agreement and looks forward to signing the legislation when it reaches his desk. He's calling it the largest property tax cut in Texas history. Speaking to Houston ABC affiliate KTRK, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick had this to say about what homeowners should expect to save.
The average homeowner, Tom, under 65 will get somewhere around a $1,250 cut on average, and a senior citizen will get to over $1,400 because they already have some additional incentives in the law. So a massive cut. Imagine, Tom, if you live in your house for 25 years, a typical 25-year mortgage, that's over $25,000 a year in savings over a lifetime for 5.7 million homeowners.
Again, the deal still has to be voted on by both the State House and the State Senate.